Hello there, little one. Welcome to Dream with the Sea, a bedtime story podcast filled with tales from across Southeast Asia. This podcast is brought to you by Supermom, your trusted smart village for modern motherhood. Are you tucked in and ready to dream with the sea tonight? Good. Let's get your body ready for sleep. Start by wiggling your toes, just a little, and then let them rest. Now your fingers. Give them a soft little stretch and let them go still. Let your shoulders sink down, away from your ears, nice and soft. And let your head feel heavy on the pillow, as if the pillow is giving you a gentle hug. Now we are going to take 3 slow breaths together. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3. And let it out. Slowly, like a tiny breeze. Again. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and out, nice and slow. One more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, and breathe out. Lovely. It is now story time. Close your eyes, get comfortable, and let tonight's story begin. Tonight's story is about a little boy named Arif. Arif is 4 years old. He has soft, sleepy eyes and tiny feet that like to pitter-patter across the floor. And tonight, Arif was about to learn why he does all the little things he does at the end of the day. The sun had gone down. The sky outside was a soft blue. In the living room, Arif was on the floor, playing with his little wooden blocks. From the kitchen came Mom's voice. "Arif, dinner is ready." Arif jumped up, but just as he was about to sit down at the dining table, Mom said softly, "Wait. Are you forgetting something?" Arif stopped. He looked down at his hands. "Oh," he said, "I have to wash my hands." Mom smiled. "That's right. Why do we wash our hands before we eat?" "Because my hands were on the floor and the blocks, so I have to wash them to make sure they are clean." "That's right. You need to wash away all the germs and bacteria before eating." Arif washed his hands with soap and warm water. When he was finished, his fingers smelled like flowers. Then he climbed onto his little chair. Arif ate slowly. When his plate was empty, he brought his plate to the kitchen sink. Then he began to read his favorite picture book in the living room. As the sky grew darker, his eyes grew heavier. "Mom," he said, "I am sleepy now. Can I go to bed?" "Of course," she said, "but first, bath time." Arif climbed into his tub. He washed his arms. He washed his belly. He even washed behind his ears. When he was clean and pink and warm, Mom wrapped him in a soft towel. Arif pulled on his pajamas, the ones with the little stars. Now his eyes were really, really heavy. Arif walked over to his bed. He pulled back the blanket and put one little foot inside. But Mom stood at his doorway. "Are you forgetting to do something?" she asked. Arif froze. He looked at his hands. Clean. He looked at his feet. Clean. He looked at his pajamas. Clean. Then he remembered. "Brushing my teeth," he mumbled. He climbed out of bed, but his face was a little grumpy. "Mom," he said, "why do I have to brush my teeth? It feels weird in my mouth." "Do you remember why we wash our hands before dinner?" Arif nodded. "So no bad germs go into my tummy." "And why we have a bath before bed?" "So my bed stays clean." "That's right. Brushing is the same. Your teeth have been working all day. They bit your toast this morning. They chewed your noodles at lunch. They chewed your rice tonight." Arif touched his cheek with one finger. Tiny bits of food stay on them, the bits you cannot even see. And if we leave them there too long, you might get a toothache. Like a tiny, tiny ouch. But that won't happen if you brush your teeth every night. Arif looked at the little blue toothbrush on the sink and picked it up. When he was finished, he rinsed his mouth with a little cup. All clean. This time, when Arif climbed into bed, Mom tucked the blanket up to his chin before giving him a kiss on his forehead. The night light glowed warm and soft. Every little part of him was ready to rest. All day long, your body works hard. Your hands touch and play. Your legs run and jump. Your teeth bite and chew. So we wash our hands before we eat, and we bathe and brush our teeth so that we are all clean and ready for bed. That is all for tonight's story. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.